Hey ladies and germs, this is Wes here with the Something Fancy project. Sorry about the delay in the videos. There was sort of some complications with Andrew getting his video out, which ended up confusing me. Long story short, we're back. Today I'm bringing you a review of one of the most famous bushcraft style of knives, the Mora knife, or also known as the Frost Mora or a clipper knife. It was recently made popular by Dave Canterbury on Discovery Channel's show Dual Survival. He always carries his and says it's one of the most useful knives you can carry. I'm bound to agree with a man with as much experience as Mr. Canterbury, but I wouldn't be doing myself or you all any favors if I didn't test this knife. Passed with flying colors, guys. I did several bushcraft tests, which I will show in a follow-up video, so I don't bog down this review. But let's talk about the knife. That's why you're all here, right? This particular model is the Companion MG by Mora of Sweden Knives. I'll say made in Sweden if it's from them. One of their mottos is, if it doesn't say made in Sweden, it's probably not. Comes with a plastic sheath. This model is my favorite based on the coloration. Overall, knife is 8.5 inches or 215 millimeters. It weighs just about 4 ounces or 115 grams. All these measurements are just approximate. I need to purchase more accurate set of measurement tools just so we can get some better information here. The weight is very light in hand. I rarely notice I even have it on me. This is in part due to the rubber and plastic handle, but the knife is full tang, even though it's a push tang, which means it's the tang is secured by friction into the handle. The blade, excellent. It's excellent. Razor sharp out of the box, made to cut just about anything. Here I'm going to show you. Here's a piece of pine scrap wood. I use it just about on anything, but I'm going to do a little cut and test here for you, and it just shaves it right off. And see, it actually, what's really nice is this is one of the tests, is you can make a feather stick out of a piece of wood, which is a really nice bushcraft technique that I'll go into on the other video. As you can see, performs admirably. This is the carbon steel version, which is Mora's high carbon steel that is hardened on the Rockwell scale between 59 and 60. Just for reference, the highly sought after S30V steel is generally of that hardness for knife applications. They do make a stainless steel version, which I'm also going to buy simply because I want something to test in coastal regions. I bought this version because I like carbon steel. I think it's great. If you take care of it, you're not going to have any problems. May not, be the best steel for like salt water, but that's not what it's for. Excuse me, guys. It's a 3 7/8 inch or 100 millimeter drop point blade with a Scandi or Saber grind or V grind. Great feature for people who are new to sharpening knives on a stone, as I am. Basically because, here, let me get the piece of wood out here and we'll see if I can show you. But basically, it's really nice because what you do is you just lay the blade flat on its spine and you rotate it up against the edge. Boom, there's your edge right there, and you just sharpen it. Just boom, boom, and then same on the other way. It's fantastic. Super easy to sharpen. It comes back nice and sharp. It's also, not to mention, you know, if you're out in the wilderness, it's beneficial because this grind is incredibly durable. It may not be the sharpest grind, but the reason for that is because it's more durable. I mean, you have to have some sort of trade-off. One really neat feature that I found, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's probably a little blurry, but it seems like they roughened up the spine, and I tried it. It makes great sparks on a flint. Works great. I didn't have to roughen it up at all. Even though the spine is somewhat rounded, it's not super sharp edges. Let's go to the handle. I find the handle extremely adequate for its price point. You know, rubber and plastic make it light, as I said before. The plastic seems really tough, even if it's not, you know, something fancy like Kydex or Gryvery. Only criticism is where I place my thumb. It can be a little bit slippery. I might remedy that with some skateboard tape, a la Nut and Fancy. Last but not least, let's talk about this sheath. It's probably my least favorite, even though it has some great features. It's got such as a hole in the bottom for drainage and a little thumb nub, let me show you, for releasing the blade, which is really cool. However, my particular sheath, this may not be the case all the time, is a bit loose, which makes the knife a bit hard to carry every day for the fact that I've had it fall out, which makes it not very safe. If I slam it in, it seems pretty snug, but with a little jostling, see, blade comes right out. That's not safe, but you know, it's really not as big of a deal as it may seem. It just means you can't carry it vertically. I don't know, I might get a replacement sheath for it. Sheath aside, everyone should own a Mora knife. Any style, it's just supremely useful and extremely inexpensive. I purchased this particular one for $11, and I had free shipping on Amazon. I've seen them go for less, or roughly around the same price. I've seen them go up to $20 for wooden handle ones with a brass guard on it. But generally, even the normal wooden ones like Mr. Canterbury carries, they're around the same price, maybe a couple bucks more. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Keep an eye out for me, city boy Wes, doing some bushcraft tests. They may be educational, they may be kind of funny, but I had to test the knife somehow, you know. Leave your questions and comments below, and thanks again.